Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Well, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 24th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The driver of a van that ran off of a road in Arnold fatally injured a 12-year-old boy the other day. 37-year-old Michael Blair Gauthier of Arnold has been charged with criminally negligent manslaughter and possession of a controlled and dangerous substance. Additional charges are pending, awaiting the results of a toxicology test. On Sunday afternoon, 12-year-old Matthew Murphy was walking on the sidewalk with his mother and brother when he was struck. The van veered off the roadway and struck the boy. He was flown to shock trauma in Baltimore, where he later succumbed to his injuries. The cause of the triple fatal fire in Severn on Saturday still remains under investigation. However, authorities have released the names of those that died in the fire. They were Walter McCardell, 61, who was a resident, William Garcia, who was 44 and a resident, and Barbara Brown, 65, who was an employee and a resident of Brooklyn. The 3 fatalities are the first fire-related deaths in Anne Arundel County in 2018. As expected last night, the Annapolis City Council green-lighted Mayor Gavin Buckley's appointments of Michael Miller and Philip Gibbs to the Housing Authority for the City of Annapolis, as well as Jackie Guild to be the director of the Office of Environmental Policy at the city. Gibbs is president of Hamel Builders, and Miller is the CEO of Ogos Energy, LLC. Ms. Guild comes to the city from the Chesapeake Legal Alliance, where she served as executive director, and prior to that, she served in several capacities as an attorney. Gas prices in Maryland have risen 18 cents in the last month and 31 cents in the last year. And don't expect things to level out quite yet. Gas cost an average of $2.72 per gallon in Maryland just this week. It's the highest it's been since 2014. Here's one of those "what the hell are they thinking" stories. A Texas appeals court says that a state law that punishes those who post intimate photos from previous or current relationships online without consent is unconstitutional. This is what people call the revenge porn law. But the 12th Court of Appeals in Tyler ruled Wednesday that the revenge porn law violates the U.S. Constitution by restricting expression. What kind of screwed up ruling is that? Do you like a good beer? Maybe a glass of wine? Or maybe a cocktail or two? Do you ever wonder how you rank as far as your neighbors go? Well, I can't tell you about how you rank, but I can tell you how Anne Arundel County ranks. And the driest county in Maryland happens to be Montgomery County, and they drink an average of 9.51 gallons of beer per year. They drink 2.4 gallons of wine per year and 1.07 gallons of spirits. And that's gallons per person, obviously. Anne Arundel County is the 12th drunkest county. We drink an average of 18.94 gallons of beer, 4.11 gallons of wine, and 2.35 gallons of spirits. If you're wondering about number 1, well, that's Worcester County. Yes, the home of Ocean City. They drink a staggering 54.31 gallons of beer a year, 5.49 gallons of wine, and 5.43 gallons of spirits. So I know that if I'm looking to open up a liquor store or perhaps a police substation, I know where to go. That's about it for the news today. We've got George Young with DMV Weather coming right up after Sean O'Neill with RBC Wealth Management.
I'm Sean O'Neill, your local RBC Wealth Management Advisor. More than likely, the primary reason you save and invest is to achieve your life goals while ensuring your long-term financial well-being. But before you can determine your preparedness towards your goals, you need long-term answers to important questions about how much money you need, where it will come from, and how long it will last. RBC Wealth Plan, a new industry-leading tool, is now available to help answer these questions and develop your personal plan using a conversational approach. With RBC Wealth Plan, we can create a personal analysis based on these unique goals while offering you the ability to weigh certain decisions and determine what's best for you and your family. Call me, Sean O'Neill, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, April 24th. Cloudy and rainy with temps in the upper 50s to mid 60s will be the story for the next couple of days as the storm moves by to our south and then east of Annapolis and ultimately up the east coast tomorrow into Thursday. After that, conditions will improve, but the threat of showers will remain Thursday into Saturday as another front moves toward the area from the west-northwest. So keep a pullover and umbrella close by for the rest of the week and you should be good to go. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free weather app by searching the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for DC MD VA weather so you can track the rain on our Max Map radar tool and get the latest forecast each day. And also be sure to follow us on our website at dmvweather.com or on Facebook or Twitter. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Stay dry out there for the next couple of days, but remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Hey there, it's John. And I wanted to let you know about some local podcasts that you may not have known about and suggest that you give them a listen. Anne Arundel County State's Attorney Wes Adams just launched Docket by the Bay. It's sort of like a true crime drama without all the drama and gives you a really good look into how the prosecution works with the police and the courts. It's brand spanking new and totally fascinating. The Naptown Pintcast by our favorite beer nerd Liz Murphy. If there ever was a woman in the know in terms of beer, she is it, and lucky for us, she brings us along as she talks to the brewers and the movers and the shakers all over the state. And be sure to catch her weekly, column in the Capitol. Finally, the Annapolis Podcast is the original podcast here in town, and it was started by Scott McMullen, whom I call the Podfather. He finds notable and obscure people in the area with a great story and brings them to you. Unfortunately, right now, he's running for county councilman in District 6, so he's not as regular as he was before. Ooh, that didn't sound too good. But you know what I meant. But do check him out as well. You can find all of them by searching whatever app you use to listen, or on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or Google Music. And while you're there, give them, and this one, of course, a rating and a review. It really helps us all grow and gets a larger audience for all of us. Of course, you could also do it the old-fashioned way as well. Just tell all of your friends. Okay, so go do that, and we'll be right here waiting.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.